Welcome to another episode on our channel. So a lot of what I like to try to do is customize figures to bring them to life. And I've been wanting an Electro for the longest time. Missed the boat when it came out on Sideshow for $290. That doesn't include shipping and handling or taxes or anything like that. $290. So I've been looking and looking and looking and looking. Eventually I saw a body without the Jamie Foxx had, just a body. And it didn't have the energy things like here, but it did have the wiring and the torso and the wiring on the lower part of the body, all the clothes and the body itself. And it was $158. And I said, I'll keep my eye on that one. And then I saw the same thing minus the wires on the side, the straps, and the metal pieces on the side. And it was $94. And I said to myself, $158.94, that's $64, a $64 difference. And I think I can make this stuff. So I went for the 94 thing, $94. Found a Jamie Foxx hat for $18 or something like that. Bottom line, $115 or below, and I made everything that I didn't have. So the wire is 18 gauge wire that was originally yellow, but too bright a yellow, so I toned it down with a different yellow paint. Spun black wire around it so it would have this spiraling effect that's in the torso. The straps that were on the original Electro, I just used elastic to hold this in place, and metal plate. If you get something that hangs from something in a store with the plastic on the outside, there's usually something very glossy on the inside, like this red thing in here. So what I did is I took something on the inside of something and cut it kind of semi-triangular, put a line on the outside, painted it silver, put a line on the outside, black line, and the inner line, and then washed it. So this is really thin, but if you don't look closely enough, it may look like metal. All right. So, and the energy pieces here, I could find them on eBay for like $63, $65 plus shipping and handling and taxes on top of that. But I said, I'm not going to spend that much for that. So I'll either go without it or try to make it. And I decided to try and make it. So I made it out of hot glue and wire. Just wire, hot glue, and paint. And I think it came out pretty decent. So we will pause and get him on a turn tray so you can see him from all directions. So we are back and we're just going to go slowly around so you can see him. I just thought he had a cool look. Yeah, so for $115 or below, that's by the time you figure in the original cost for the item for Electro at $290 plus taxes and the handling, shipping, and that sort of thing, this is about 1/3 of the price. And unless you're really looking closely at it, I don't think you'll notice. You're looking at the whole package. If you're really into attention to details, you will notice. But if you're just looking at the whole package as a whole, you're going to kind of say, hey, that looks pretty cool. You know, I'm hoping anyway. The thing that I just need to work on, and I might do these over, are the energy bands. But I'm not going to pay $65 or $63 plus shipping and handling and taxes to get energy bands. No, I'll keep practicing hot glue. Wire, first I made a little circle to put around the hand, and then wires coming up, I just bent them wiggly on up, kind of hung it upside down, and started putting hot glue around it. Made sure that the wire was, tried to make the wire as yellow as possible. Then did the hot glue, let it dry, and then did a little painting of the hot glue itself. So it may not be perfect, but passable. And if I practice enough, it may look pretty darn good. So anyway, we'll pause now and get some tighter close-ups. You'll probably start to see more imperfections as we get closer, but as a whole, not too shabby. So we'll be right back. So the energy effects, this is the first one I made, and this is the second one. I think the second one turned out nicer than the first one. I think if I keep practicing, it'll get even better. But for now, I'm okay with what I see. It's not perfect, but if you don't know what to look for, you might not even notice. All I know is that there were a few people on eBay offering the energy, the effect, little surging wires, plastic thingies, and they were pretty much the same price from the same country, about $63, $65, $66, plus shipping and handling, plus taxes and so forth. And after making a decision to go for the $94 body, I wasn't going to spend any more money other than for the head. You know, I didn't want the prices to keep rising. So at the end of the line, I would be paying basically the same amount that I would pay for the whole package. I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to keep it low. So I'm happy with how it turned out. It was important to get the upper torso to get the wires that were in the plates. It was important to make sure that I had that part because I didn't think I could replicate everything nicely. But with the wires coming down on the legs and these energy things, I thought I could do a passable job. It worked out. From my perspective, I'm happy with the outcome. So if this is something that you don't mind doing, you could probably achieve the same outcome. Like I said, this is my first attempt, and it only took 2 tries to get it to look a lot better than the first attempt. So third attempt, fourth attempt, I think will look even better still. So Electro is the antagonist in some of the Spider-Man movies, one with Andrew Garfield and one with Tom Holland. So he plays a bad guy apparently, but he is cool looking. And for unbranded head sculpt, that's not bad. So way back when I got a flash that came with no box, it was just in pieces, and they had included some of these energy things in there, but they're blue. So I never put them on flash because I don't know, they're blue, flashes red. You know me, it has to color coordinate. So this was always what I was going to do if I had found something like an Electro that I could put together. But then I tried to paint one of these and it did not turn out well. I mean, the blue is showing through, the yellow, and on let's go. So that was plan A. Actually, that was the only plan I had, and it didn't work. And so eventually, this is what happened. Hot glue was used and yellow paint and metal that was painted yellow first and then bent into the shapes I wanted, and then the hot glue went on, and then it was given a paint of yellow. So it, like I said, it didn't turn out bad. Not too shabby here. So here's one last look at Electro, who cost at least a third of what the original cost was. And I'm happy with the outcome. It's got to be about what's pleasing to your eye and what you're happy with. So here's one last look at him. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.